Everybody, it's Sunday. I woke up feeling extremely inspired and just woke up thinking about my dreams, and I just want to do a quick video and just share some of the things that are on my mind, because I know that there are a lot of people out there who can relate to this. I'm like at a point in my life where I am dreaming like I've never dreamt before. And I don't mean the kind of dreams where you're asleep and you dream. I'm talking about like visions of purpose. And I don't quite understand all of them yet. I don't quite understand any of them yet. But I do know that it is coming from my heart, it's coming from my spirit, which leads me to believe that God is putting this in my life, in my heart. And I know that God gets done whatever he has planned, regardless of our effort and our willingness to walk through those, those challenges, those difficult moments where you have to decide whether you want to stay comfortable where you're at, or if you want to jump in both feet into your dreams. I have this thing on my wall. Never let go of your dreams. Can you see that? Never let go of your dreams. And then right under that, I have Royal G's first logo. Royal G is a passion project of mine, downloaded from God, I believe, to step in and intercede and love on people who have not had that much love in this life. I've been beyond blessed with love and support in my life, and I feel like the only way to repay the universe and God for all these years of love and support and kindness and friendship and guidance, even when I was in my most rebellious of stages, is to give back to a community that I can't quite relate to, as far as I've never been there, but I've been in situations with them. And I'm talking about foster kids who are older, who are aging out of the system, or who have aged out of the system and need a family. It makes me kind of emotional thinking about it. The reason why I think it makes me so emotional and my empathy goes crazy is because I just can't imagine, number one, being left and abandoned by the people who are supposed to love you the most. And I understand that there are circumstances like mental health illness, and I understand that there's drug addiction, and been there, done that. I get it. I've seen it. I understand. And I also, there's abusive relationships and things like that all contribute to somebody having to give up their child. I do not ever judge the person who gave up the child. But to be the child, that's another story, right? Like, it's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Royal G, a royal generation, is hopefully going to be a place where these youth will be mentored, not by social workers and people who, want to follow the law and just be in the system. That's not what I see. So I have a vision. I have lots of visions about this. But really right now I'm just in the prayer and listening stage of the development of Royal G. Royal G is also a brand of, I call it like clothing with a purpose, brand that will be a message brand. I know there's a lot of them out there, and each message is great. There's 116. There's there's so many. Forgiven. There's just so many. But for me, it's it's the verse that talks about us being a royal priesthood. It's all the verses that tell us who we are in God. It's all the um, promises in His Word that have shown up in my life and been proven true. That I am not what the world tells me that I am subject to just because of my past or because of my education level or because of my failures in life, that I can only amount to this, or I can only make this much money, or I can only, that I'll never be good at this, or I couldn't go back to school, or I couldn't do this. I can't have it all. That is not what God says. And I'm a woman of God, I'm a woman of faith. And if I am going to say that I'm a woman of God and I believe, then why am I not walking in that? And why am I not believing that Royal G could speak to the mountains in these kids' lives and tell them to move? Because that's what God tells us to do. And why not think that I'm good enough to facilitate that and to be there for them? Why am I not building up this empire and this legacy for my kids to walk into to help others? Why do I think that I can't do that? Why do I think that I couldn't be a life coach? I've been through a lot, and I know that there are a lot of people out there who just need to be heard. And I have 2 ears and 1 mouth, and I could listen. I'm not perfect. Okay, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm going to go out there and teach people how to do everything right and da 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 da. I'm just saying, like, I just want to be there for people, and I want to magnify God through that and let Him do His thing. Because at the end of the day, His Word says that He's going to get it done no matter what, whether He uses me or somebody else. And this vision is from Him. And so I need to stop letting other people carry out the vision that God's given me to carry out, the purpose. I get nothing more. Man. Sure. I get no more fulfillment in life than from helping other people. When I was in NA and I would serve on panels and I would go to these recovery treatment centers and just spend time talking to them after we would do our stupid stories and share our experience, strength, and hope. The stories that would come back was the payoff. That was the part that mattered the most. And then seeing them in meetings afterwards, glowing with a new sense of spark in their life, that they didn't have to be subject to drugs and alcohol and prostitution and the things that they were doing to live that lifestyle. Like, I mean, I'm not in that life anymore, but that gave me more and let me feel all the feelings that I needed to feel for so long to know who I am. And I've been running from my purpose and hiding in jobs just to make ends meet, and that is where the devil wins. And I'm sick of him winning in my life. I am absolutely sick of him winning in my life. So I am asking for prayer, and I am asking for words of wisdom and help if you have started a 501c3 or if you have started a business, because I don't know which way this is going. I have a couple of great ideas. I'm scared to share them because part of me is like, don't share it until you have like this big plan and you've got it all written out and you've done all this blah, blah, blah. But really, honestly, you guys, like, Royal G is real. A Royal Generation Foundation will be real. Royal G LLC, the brand, will be real. I've taken some first steps, but I need to know where to go next, and I need help. So I'm putting this out there because I need help, and I think that in this big giant universe of social media, somebody that I love might be out there wanting to help me get started and have some really good advice on how to do that, or help me define this vision. Help. I have notebooks full of ideas. It's just what I do. I just write all day long what I'm thinking, but I haven't put it out there. And I haven't really asked for anybody to come by my side and help me narrow down the vision that will essentially be the business and be the brand and be the foundation and be the building that supports and houses these kids. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's huge. And it is a big, giant, constant, swirling thought in my head, just constantly going. And so I'm officially putting it out there. I have put out the logo. I have put up a page called Royal G on Facebook. I have bought the domain, aroyalgeneration.com. I'm building the website. Help me. Help me help these kids. Help me help other women, other young men who need love, who deserve love, who were designed for love and have not received that in this world yet. Or maybe they have, and they just need some help getting through the next step. And I want to work with whatever's out there, whatever resources are out there. I'm trying to figure it out. I've got interviews and things with people to start getting my hands in the dirt. Pray for me on that. I've got an interview on Monday for Helping Hands of the Pacific Northwest. I want to get into these homes where these kids have been left. And, oh my God, what if I cry all the time? Like, what? I gotta get a tougher skin before I do this. But I believe that God has created my heart for this. And I just want to do it. I want to do it and do it big. And doing it big, meaning this is going to be the legacy for my family. This is going to be what it was all for. And it is God's dream, and it is God's vision that He put in me. And if I could just stop being afraid of failing and being afraid and listen to that piece of crap devil who's in my ear trying to tell me what my God can do through me, that He can't because of my past or because of whatever. My past is exactly what I needed to get to this point where I want to help people, because I know what it's like to be on the streets. I know what it's like to have those thoughts of doing whatever it takes. I want to be there. So I'm just asking for help. I know a lot of you have had big passion projects and visions just recently come to light. I've been watching you on Instagram with your books and your designs, and this has been about 6 years coming, and I've thought about it and then left it alone. I showed it to a couple of people in Lancaster from my church, and then I dropped it again, and now I've showed it to people, and I need to step into it and be ready. And so I just asked for prayer. I asked that God would completely resurrect this dream and open every door and let me see that it's Him, and that I would be able to walk through confidently knowing that I can and will accomplish the goals set before me, that I can do all things through Christ. I need to start believing what I say I believe, right? And walking it out. So that's my Sunday morning I'm going to go to church because this new church I'm going to is having like a vision Sunday service today, and how right on time is that? So I'm going to go check it out. I hope the rest of you have a lovely day. Thank you for chilling with me. I know that it's a lot, and I just appreciate all of you so much just for being there and supporting me. Let's get the word out, see who else we can reach, like, subscribe, share. Let's do it. It's all I can do. I'm going to try to do everything I can. So cheers to you. Have a great day. Mwah.